Well, good evening. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to a special Flying with Mike. Well, for the next week, remaining week or so, we will be pretty much flying just like this. Pop up, and here we are. Today, we're doing this flight. Mainly, I kind of thought about holding out till tomorrow. Uh, but I'm here to tell you, if you haven't caught the METARs out here in Grand Rapids, I'll give you the METAR for St. Louis one more time. Those of you that like instrument weather, boom, there you go. Yeah, it's pretty, well, actually, they just updated it. We're now 3/4 of a mile. Oh man, piece of cake flying now. Oh, but yeah, it's been this way all day long. 3/4 to maybe a mile out there at best. No more than 400 to 500 feet overcast all day. And yes, a bit tired from work. But anyway, hey, we're not going to let that hold us up. We're sitting on the line in Grand Rapids, and their weather is just as lousy as St. Louis. Or is it good? We love flying in bad weather. So it's hard to, do you call it bad or do you call it good? Anyway, welcome aboard. We're flying Mac Air today, Millennium Aviation under Southwest colors. That's one of the great things if you join Millennium, folks. They have a schedule that's unbelievable. The number of different airlines within it, different planes, different frames, all of it. You know, take your pick. And then once you have flown and got established with a flight or two, if you don't see a route you want to do, join the charter division. Once accepted, sky's the limit. So, and they have a cargo division and a historical aircraft division. So check it out, macairvirtual.com. Welcome aboard. Uh, like I said, we are flying a Southwest. Now, technically, there is no there are no let's be proper. I know some of you are English majors out there and going, you don't know how to speak. um, there are no directs to Grand Rapids anymore. I don't know when this flight fell off, but Millennium has it, and we are going to enjoy Captain Bombaso Mac Air, a firm. Yeah, I know it doesn't say it on the airplane, but yeah, that's the way we like it at Mac Air. We can fly just about any airline out there. So, and we're in the updated Zibo 737-800. Was updated earlier today, I believe, to version, well, we'll find out here in a second. So let's get up in the cockpit. Let's get this show rolling. 737 cockpit. Yeah. All right, let's look. All right, now if you're ever curious which version of Zibo you have and you're looking at possibly needing a new one, click the question mark, boom, there it is, right on top. Release V4.05.10. Oh, I got to turn my phone down a little more. There we go. And that'll tell you. Same thing with level up. Now, there are some out there trying to compare level up with PMDG. No, your animal is this one. Level up is still waiting a major update to come. Both for XNX should be here hopefully within the next week or two. We'll see. That's me guess speculating. Don't think I've been given. Here, tease them. No, they don't talk to me, folks. It's just my guessing in a week or two. Maybe, well, let's be diplomatic, in a soon or couple of weeks. But yeah, that's really not a good comparison. They're pretty good aircraft, don't get me wrong, but this is the girl you want to be comparing with. This is the one that's constantly being updated. They're both free. And yeah, I know I just broke a lot of hearts out there. They're free? What? Since when did FlightSim put free products out there? Yeah, okay, you're in the wrong world. But anyway, they have an X-plane. All right, so we're going to get this started. We're going to get the Sim Toolkit going. Whoop. I almost did it again. All right. Look at that nastiness. Okay, let's qualify a little bit of this nastiness. You know, most of us know when we see blue, we're going, oh my gosh, look at all that snow coming for us here in St. Louis. It's not. We are currently 59 degrees. Now, I would love to see it snow in that. That would be actually kind of neat. So, but anyway, so you can see the route. Actually, I think it could also be the map overlay or something, the radar I'm using. Maybe, I don't know. But anyway, it's not snowing here. Now, it could be up in Davenport, up here, and places east of here. But St. Louis west out at least, well, Kansas City, St. Joe is showing. That's going to be rain. Now, talk to me tomorrow night. And the same picture shows, yeah, it might be snow. We've got a very, very strong cold front coming through. Possibility of storms here in St. Louis. More importantly, that temperature is going down in a drastic way. Sorry, we've enjoyed the 60s and 70s here, and God has said, guess what? Psych, it's winter. So anyway, so let's get with the flight here. Let's get with the program. Load sheet for today. Yes, these numbers are accurate. 22,200 pound payload. We're going to put in 13,934 and 111 people. Boy, not a lot of people wanting to leave Grand Rapids. What's going on this time of the year? Huh? I figured I'd have a full boat. And we're going to plan for now 8 right and landing 1-2 left. That sounds pretty good. Direct PMM Roberts and the Arch to arrival. Now, here's where the rubber's really going to hit the runway. All right. Up here in Grand Rapids, the weather actually is not all that horrific. We got a southeast wind 120 at 10 knots. That's a blessing in disguise here. 7 miles of visibility. That's great. Overcast 500. We'll be through the clouds probably, hopefully quickly. Temperature 1 degrees. Minus 1 for the dew point. That's where the saving grace is here, folks. That 10-knot wind is helping to cheer up that atmosphere to not put fog out there. Ooh, freezing fog, really. Yuck. All right, now over to St. Louis. Now, this one may be different than what I just put up. Let me try that again. METAR KSTL. Boom. 0034. Okay, same weather. So what we have here, also a southeast wind, 150 at 10, 2 miles of visibility, drizzle, mist, blick, overcast 300 feet. Now, technically, you can shoot Category 1 approaches. Now, just before going on air with you, it was actually overcast 200. Still barely legal for Cat 1. But notice that temperature dew point spread. That is what's not helping in any way here. Hawker 125, welcome aboard with a great resub, 54 months in a row. Thank you so much, sir. We really appreciate you. And happy New Year and a Merry Christmas to you and your family. Oh, speaking of which, just before we went on the air, Fox Lady 47 followed us. Thank you so much. I wanted to get that out there in case she happens to be listening in. But hey, welcome aboard. We sure appreciate you. So it looks like we have a great day. Hawker, this is your day to fly. That is beautiful weather for you. Overcast 300, 2-mile visibility. Are you still there? No. So, hey, come on, folks, join us into St. Louis. Love to see you there. And I don't think we have any ATC. Speaking of which, stand by. Let me do a quick check here. I think I'm the only animal here. I am, so we'll connect. We're SWA. Let's go ahead and get that taken care of so we don't scramble at the end. 2154. All right, there we go. All right, so what do you all say we get up and get going here? I think it's time to go fly with Mike. And get ready. What they call low instrument conditions await us. All right, let's see here. We're going to go back to this. Oh, thank you. We'll click payload. Oh, wait, correction. Let me go back. Weight, fuel, weight, and balance. Air side. Click over. And we're going to load our OFP. It was starting to look, from what I remember, what we went through. I know you all know it by heart. We're estimating 117,243 pounds of ZFW, 13,934. Perfect. Activate. From here on, the fuel, the bags, the jetway all come in automatically. We'll get the passengers loading here when we're ready. But let's get the fuel going. All right, let's get some checks going at the same time. Well, we'll hear him when we're ready. Gonna go ahead, bring the sound up. All right, let's do our checks. Okay, they check good. Everything look, wait a minute. Oh, well. There we go. EECs are on, passenger oxygen normal, looks good.
Deck hose is connected and starting refueling.
Captain Morgan is now giving us his finest in fuel. 3 green and device check, ELT armed. One tip I'm gonna give y'all. And if you didn't know this, you joined the club. It was several years before I learned of this. Flying the PMDGs back in FSX, for a long time, I did not know that if you set your display selector to heading status in the 737, I forget, I think it's just heading in the 76757s, and either the 777 or the 747-400, can't remember which one, you set it to the same thing, heading status. When you go to align and you get the message here, align, you already got it, 7 minutes. That's your time to when you're aligned. I always sat there going, how much longer? Now you know how to find out. Now switch them into nav. And let's quickly get through our overhead checks. Battery is obviously on, or we wouldn't be able to do what we're doing. Standby power's on and guarded. AC/DC switch now into ground power. Left right is gone to nav. Cabin utility power. This switch on. IFE pass on. Emergency lights guard down means they're armed. Anti-collision light off. It's got a little red dot on it to help us out. Window heats are on. Probe heats off. And let's just do a quick rundown. Fuel off. And trim air on. Isolation valve open. Oh yeah, make sure your 2 recirc valves are in auto. You 737-700 fans, those with the level up, there is no trim air switch. And I will send out the shout. Thank you, Bad Attitude, for that. We sure appreciate that. I did not know that. All right, working down here, we'll put electric hydraulics off. Engine pumps switch on, but technically off because the engines aren't running. Duh. All right, so let's get down here and start working with these IRSs, or with the FMCs, sorry. I know.
Ground flight deck fuel is all loaded up and you are good to go.
69, call it 14,000. What were we aiming for? That's pretty good. All right, just double checking everything. All right, let's go to FMC. Okay, we're good from Christmas to the 21st of January now. So we got a good load here. Put in our location, Gerald Ford International Airport here in Grand Rapids. Now, if you do not see set IRS position with openings for you to put the coordinates in, check your IRS. Make sure it's in nav. Both of them. Now we'll go to the next page. We'll take the top one. And we're going to KSTL. Let's do a quick flight plan request. And then we'll get the poo running. All right, so our flight plan is in and running. If you're not sure, always just go next page. Okay, now we have a discontinuity to fire this off. We'll look into it here in a minute. Then we're going to PMM, Roberts, Petty, which is on the Arch 2 arrival. All right, we'll come back to that. 3 minutes. All right, let's get the APU running. For anything, we will not turn the gens on until we're done. with the alignment, but we can get the bleed air on, get that flowing into the aircraft, warming it up. So again, hope you all had a Merry Christmas and getting set for a good, if not great, New Year. We had a fantastic Christmas as well. And okay, here we go. Lead on. We'll come back to that in 2 minutes. 2 and 2. How many remember that? Haha. All right, let's go to first things first. Crud. Well, we'll do our best. Yeah, we'll just have to do our best. That's all we can do here. Speed brake's kind of in the way of everything. All right, we brought charts in here. It's a really good program. If you don't have it, I highly recommend it. Currently, no departures. So we're gonna, one more check here. I'm gonna bring up the airport. 8 right, 10,000 feet. I like that. Nice, not a bad taxi. So yeah, we'll go with 8 right. No departures, so that makes it pretty easy. We're just going to kind of shoot off and start working our way direct PMM. Pullman. And then from there on to RBS, down onto the Arch 2 into St. Louis, landing on the 1-2s, 1-2 left. Alternate today is Evansville. Oh, and we just aligned. All right, let's get up here. Okay, and we'll go to APU Gen. I know some of you are like, oh my gosh, those aren't the numbers that should be up. Now I'm happy. All right, let's go get us a runway, get us a departure, which there are none. Departure, 8 right, back to route. Let's do it one more time, get set up for St. Louis. Well, we are gonna have to shoot it, the ILS. Okay, so we'll be on the Arch 2 RBS transition. Hang on. Yeah, they are landing on the 12, so 11 and 12, okay. Wait a minute, which runway? Okay, I did get myself discombobulated. Okay, always do. All right, thankfully for us, runway 12 left ILS has a Cat 2, Cat 3 in case things go south again on us. ILS 12 left, Arch 2, RBS, now we'll go full length with Runyon. Just to give us that extra. We can always turn in where they tell us to if ATC is there. All right, so there's our arrival back to route. Let's head over here to the EFB. And you can see that we're done with cargo, done with fuel. Hit the for pax boarding, set chime to on, and that is exactly what we're gonna do. And now they're boarding. I like to make sure. Pax boarding. Okay. We have just a couple more steps to do here. So with legs, we can figure out, okay, so we're going to take off on a discontinuity. So that's fine. We'll go direct PMM when we're ready. RBS Jark. Hang on, let me pull up Arch real quick. Jark. I'm not doing a Basco Gordo. Will that all honk Arch? All right, Petty, Kyria, Jake, Chodo, GT, Herbie, Buell, Vector to Runyon. Anywhere between the Vector here, we could turn for the runway.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard up to Buell, the very full flight today. This is more than one carry item.
And then for missed approach out to Troy for a hold if we need to. Okay, we'll go back to route, go to perf. We're gonna click, where are you? Perf request. There is no accept or execute. It's just pulling what the plane will have. And again, let me double check numbers. 117.2. Yep. Today's flight will need 3-6. All right, today we are scheduled why 32,000. I have no idea, but that's what we were given. There's our lovely wind, temperatures, and everything looks good. All right, real quick, let me grab our numbers. Takeoff performance, calculate. All right, we're looking at takeoff Uno 54. Climb 2. All right, that all looks good. Go to takeoff. CG. I said CG. Next page. Runway wind 120. Diagonal tree. Oh, 13. No slope. Okay, now for a runway, we're showing wet. Okay, so now we'll come back. We're planning flaps 5. And our speeds on this are different. And the reason for the difference, SimBrief put out speeds are increased to improve climb limits. So it doesn't bug you, we'll just turn them off. And we're just waiting for the peeps to get aboard. And minimums. Okay. And the barrow here is 2999. All right, we are ready to go as soon as they tell us we're all loaded.
Flight attendants prepare for departure, cross-check and all call, thank you.
So, okay, enough for the music.
All right, we've got everyone strapped in. Give us a ring if you need anything.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck. Welcome aboard. These three wonderful flight attendants, give them your attention as we push your taxi. They're going to give you plenty of attention en route. Enjoy the flight. We'll talk to you once airport.
Okay, that's our cue. All right, let's get this bad boy ready to go. Passenger, let's get up here. IRS on. APU on.
Hey, Captain, let me know where you want this thing. Great news, Captain. Your tow's coming.
Okay, ACARS is running. And we're ready to get going ourselves.
All right. Looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
Awesome.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Toes connected, bypass pins inserted. Go ahead and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
Brake released.
Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
Okay, start her off. And we are stable, it looks like.
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake.
Brake set.
And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
Okay.
And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the right. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
On the right, so let's watch for it. Perfect. All right, let's do it. Okay, system A, flaps 5. And all right, here we go. Grand Rapids area traffic, southwest 2154, taxi to runway 8 right. Okay, final checks, landing lights, ATC to Terra. We'll go ahead, turn the weather radars on. Terrain on. Flaps 5, takeoff, reject, okay. Okay, left, right. All right, again, we are in the Zibo 737-800. It is free. It is a mod to the 737 that comes with X-Plane 12. Unbelievable. I have said this and stand by my words. With all the PMDG 737 flying I've done, this hands down is the best. Just unbelievable what they have packed into this mod, and the fact that it's free, outstanding. Love it. So I hope you enjoy the flight and get ready. We've got basically instrument flying from takeoff to landing. Let me check VATSIM real quick. We are not in Cleveland's territory. Okay, here's our little dog leg over to the runway on Delta. Grand Rapids traffic, Southwest 2154, departing 8 right to the south.
80 knots. V1, rotate. Positive rate.
And that is intentional, folks. Why? Because I should have done that on takeoff before rolling down the runway.
1,000.
Alright, we're through 5,000 feet, flaps up, and just double checking. Auto brake flaps are up, lights will go off at 10,000. And if you didn't notice, we were in and out of the clouds pretty quick. Alright. Take a look at something here. Wait quick. Alright, these are the aircraft within 70, 80, 90 miles from us. TCAS obviously is not picking them up, but 33,000, there's Air France. Cruising, I don't know where it's going. You know, I didn't notice. It's over Grand Haven though right now. UPS is an MD-11. So basically, we can look at anything nearby. Okay, we're through 10,000.
Your seat with your seatbelt securely fastened until the captain feels it safe and turns it off.
And yeah, this is, by the way, if you're curious, a rarity. I don't like to fly at night. It's a lot harder to see the plane and any sceneries that we may have. Which, I'll be honest, with X-Plane, I really haven't put much in. I find their airports pretty doggone good. And really not a need to spend that extra money on airports. Sorry, scenery developers, I don't mean to burst bubbles. I actually prefer spending it in the aircraft. All right, we're about to transition level. Let's see, looking, oh wait, you know one thing I did not turn on. All right, we're still without ATC. So welcome aboard. Glad to have y'all here. And hope you enjoy this little instrument ridden flight all the way into St. Louis. About 51 minutes away. All right, Chewie, take us out of warp speed. Be right back, folks. Need some water. All right, we're back on the deck, folks. I see Chewie took us out of hyperspace.
Thousand to go. All right, for those not familiar with the Arch 2, let me bring that up real quick. There it is. First, a quick glance. 56 minutes ago, we're looking at winds 160 at 12, gusting to 18. By the way, real world ATIS, Airport Terminal Information Service, basically provides you with what's going on at the airport by the tower over the radio, so you're prepared for any NOTAMs, like snow removal, taxiways closed, or whatever, along with what is the runways in use. ILS 12 left, ILS runway 11, departing 12 right. Pretty standard setup at the airport. The big runway for takeoffs, the two outer runways for landings. Runway 11 was put in so they could land simultaneously instead of this interesting RNAV that they flew in a zigzag for the runway. It was pretty cool back in the day to watch them when we were cloudy, you know, seeing them lined up like that. It's pretty cool. So
So we got 4 miles now, drizzle, 500-foot overcast. So things have improved here in St. Louis. Okay, with all of that said, now if VATSIM had a 1 above it, good chance there's a controller up. There isn't, so that's why you don't see it. All right, so we're going to come in here at our RBS and track down to Wild Bull, down to Arch. Now, what I find interesting on this chart, expect flight level 280 JARC. Okay, cool, no biggie, right? Why below 31,000 feet, some 15, call it 16, 22, 30 miles downstream, closer to the airport? That's an interesting either goof, although that goof has been in for quite a while. Somebody should have caught it by now. Now, the speed restriction, I would understand that because JARC didn't have it, but that right there kind of confusing. So we'll plan 28,000 JARC, 11,000 Arch. Or doing our best to get to it, let's put it that way. And 11,000 Kira, 10,000 Jack, 8,000 Chodo, GT 7,000, and Herbie, and then on for 5,000. And we'll make the speeds. Now over to the ILS. For now, the Cat 2, Cat 3 are identical, with the exception being, of course, down here with your minimums. Okay. And the fact you got to be aircraft rated for this. So, but yeah, you can see all of the different restrictions in place. However, for now, we're going to go Cat 1. Game plan, Runyon, 20 miles out and run it all the way in. Now, again, depending how things are going. If we're the only animal in the area, guess what? We're going to turn in early and get on the ground early. Our passengers would love us for that. So that's our game plan right now. Now, some things once we get to RBS we could start trying to do. How about first, let's put RBS in there. 16.8. So let's go down to our radios. And we were on Unicom. Doggone it, we were. Oh well. By the way, we are okay on the radios. Yes. All right, let's get rid of charts, and we need 16.80. So just 1168. Boom. Now, if you want to get fancy schmancy, if you notice, there are no other VORs. You could get us into ILS 1089. And then I like, whoa, let's back one of these off. 17.4. Now, let's be mindful. If we do think we need to go Cat 2, we'll need to put the ILS in here and set our courses to reflect that. And according to this, we have 152 miles top of descent. Well, we've already proved it wrong. And we'll make that correction right now. Now if we go to cruise, we're 86 out. And it's, yeah, it's nothing major. We are going to do one thing. So yeah, for those of you out there, for the next couple of days, St. Louis, Chicago, maybe down to Memphis will be the place to be flying with a lot of bad weather. Snow out, you know, west of us, thunderstorms, cold air rolling in. So yeah, you're wanting to find it here in the States, starting tomorrow through probably Monday. Check out the Midwest. That's where your eyes should focus if you're looking for it. All right, so what big plans do y'all have for the upcoming New Year's Eve celebratory time? Folks, this is worldwide. Feel free to throw it in the chat there. Twitch. If you're on YouTube, the best way, either leave me a comment if you're not comfortable or don't want to share with the world. Hey, send me a DM on Discord. Love to hear your New Year's Eve plans. By the way, you can find that link to Discord down in the below the video there. That was your wake-up call, folks. Wake up. No. All right, we're approaching RBS, Roberts VOR. We're getting ready to turn to the southwest and head towards St. Louis. We have turned the seatbelt sign on because of the turbulence, and probably will leave it on the rest of the way in. Looks like traffic about 20 miles out from us. Let's see. Now you can see where this comes in pretty neat. Oh, hopefully y'all didn't hear that cough. All right, so Auto ATC is telling us cross jar at or below 28,000. Okay. It's 32 miles. We only have 4,000 feet to drop, so. All right, now we'll start down. And here's that JetBlue, by the way. All right, let me get my numbers for the arrival. Looks like about a approach speed of 142. Perfect. Brakes will be set to 3. And all right, we're set to set.
1,000 to go.
Okay, looking this over, we are getting ready to head into some instrument flying here. All right, folks, back with you. Just taking care of some business behind the scene. Really hate when I do that. All that work I just did and was for naught. Hang on a second. Let me see if I can't fix it. All right, let me see where we are now.
How's it go?
All right, currently still no ATC. All right, so descent, engine starts, fasten seatbelts.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have started our descent. I have turned the seatbelt sign back on. I'd like to ask you to please return to your seats and buckle up for the short duration of the flight. We really appreciate you choosing to fly with Southwest this morning. Hope you enjoy the trip.
All right, I hope you, as you heard, hope you've enjoyed as well. Let's get at 280. And we are about to commence the approach.
Thousand to go.
All right, we got the ice on, and we're in the St. Louis metro area. Okay, cabin's ready. We're brakes 3. We are just about to turn to the west.
1,000 to go.
Okay, we're about to go downwind. Let's get St. Louis up here. Oh, the dog is so funny. All right, let's begin our descent to 5,000. Okay, brakes set. We'll start in on the flaps when we get into the ILS. Flight attendants, prepare for landing.
Thousand to go.
All right, here we go. Okay. Okay, ILDZ 16.1. All right, we've got it tuned in. Yeah, St. Louis area traffic, Southwest 2154, about to capture the localizer at UB for 12 left. Okay. Okay, we're on the localizer. Okay, lights, gear, 3 green. Brakes, flaps, we're good. Well, looky, there's a runway.
Approaching minimums. Minimum.
Landing.
$100. 50. 30. 10.
knots.
Welcome to St. Louis. St. Louis traffic, southwest 2154 off 12 left to the terminal. And again, welcome into St. Louis. What a great flight. I love the use of the auto land. If need be, I was kind of hoping to see how it did. Still not comfortable with the HUD. So that's why we balked at it. Oh, that's right. Okay, the reason the ladders are out. you have to at this airport with I can't think of the name of it. Sam, scenery manager. You have to move the jetway in. Well, so the plane is here. We're unloading. I was trying to figure out why the jetway wasn't moving. All right, so there you have it. We have a beautiful flight from Grand Rapids. Hang on. Gotta love flashy lights in the cockpit. There we go. So we're here, and I hope you all enjoyed. What a great time this was. I really had a fun time here. We're in spot 20. What is this? Smart Cars 3 has already... Oh, excuse me. What did it say about starting another flight? It'll say you better not be. There isn't a flight for you. All right, let's go take a look. Let me look over at Millennium real quick. 22 feet a minute. Okay, I think we called that a grease job. I don't know about where you all come from. Holy mac. I was really hoping it was pretty good. But yeah, welcome in. And as you can see, you can control a lot of things. Let's get over to airside. They're on board. Unboarding. You gotta love some of this. But anyway, let's get back outside. All right. Oh, I think we still have a light on. Dang it. Matter of fact, okay, we're on. Okay, we're on external power. All right, 737-800 service from Grand Rapids to St. Louis has arrived. 22 feet a minute. Let's see how our trackers do. If I can find them. There they are. All right, so here's Elevatech. You can see the route. Somebody just took off. Oh, no, they're from Omaha. Never mind. Complete. Okay, let's view the flight. 49 feet a minute, 126, 1.2 Gs. That, folks, in the kind of weather we were in, granted, I was ready to go all out Cat 3 arrival, canceled as soon as we saw the runway so far out. And wow, what an approach. Now, let's see if we really rung this one. Okay. A little to the left of center, probably about 10 feet, I'm going to say. Probably around 1,700 feet down the runway. Wait a minute. Yeah, about 1,700-ish feet down the runway. How you can tell, each of these hash marks are 500 feet. So here's 500, 1,000, 1,500. Now over in Europe, the landing aiming point these big bars, they're an extra 500 feet down the runway. And in some cases, 2,000 feet down the runway. So just be mindful of it. But that is where you are, you know, you try to land at. All right, so beautiful flight, great, looks like a spot-on landing. Hit the, man, 49, my passengers should be very happy. All right, let's take a look. 72 feet, even Sim Toolkit's being nice to us at 1.4 Gs. Okay, so they're not there. But hey, overall, what a great flight. We're just going to pull up why we call this the unofficial scorekeeper. Sometimes it gets mean, sometimes it's nice. All right, so an hour and 29 minutes, 330 miles, call it 3,100 kilograms of fuel. We know the numbers. Let's see the expanded landing report here. That's what I like about it. All right, 1-2 left. All right, 1,850 feet down the runway. Cool, 12 feet off the center. Also, not bad. Numbers look really good, folks. It's just that, oh, I needed that today. Oh, thank you. Oh, great day at work, great day here, and gotta love it. All right, well, we're going to wrap things up. Tomorrow, if everything goes as planned, we will be flying for American, for Virtual American. I'm going to leave it at that because I'm not 100% sure yet on what my availability is. But if we have the time, we will be flying. So I really hope you all enjoyed, and God bless you all. I hope you all have a really great new year. Just remember one thing, and I really love this. It's a preacher, that's the wrong page, that I really loved to listen to when I drove the truck over the road on the radio. And when you hear this out, it really does set forth a good mindset for the new year. You don't need to see the whole next year mapped out day by day, month by month. You just need light for that next step. And His Word provides exactly that. One promise at a time, one day at a time, one truth at a time. In this season of waiting and reflecting, let His Word be the light that guides you forward into whatever comes next. Chuck Swindoll penned that a couple weeks ago. Really love that little statement. And, you know, we really don't need to know everything that's going to happen. I don't think we want to know sometimes. We don't, yeah, I want to know. Do you? How do you know knowing won't tell you you're going to have health problems, job problems, economic problems, or worse? So just need light over what that next step in life is, and you'll be walking right in and through the next year, not stressed out, not anxietied out, not overloaded. And when we roll around to 2026 Christmas, God willing, we won't feel as out of breath. Sometimes we do. So, really good words from Chuck Swindoll here. So, I hope y'all kind of take some time, reflect. That's what New Year's is all about. We set our resolutions. And what we hope to strive for, but don't make it so rigid that you're just piling more and more and more anxiety on you. So I wish you the best of New Year's. Hope you enjoyed Christmas. And if you openly declare Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. Hopefully, we'll see you tomorrow. God bless.